What's going on, guys? This is X-Taste back with another video, and we're on Civ 6. And we're nearing the end of this playthrough here. We can see that we went through the Ancient Era, got all the way through Classic, all the way through Medieval, all the way through Renaissance. And we are actually just entering Modern Era. So we're going to be able to knock out Modern Era and probably get into the Atomic Era. And as far as victory conditions go, what do we got going on here? Score-wise, we're killing it. Science, we are about to probably start doing a little, maybe start working the science victory. That's if we just don't flat out win the domination victory here pretty soon. Culture, we're at war with, basically most of the world hates us, so our tourism isn't all that great. But, as more war gets taken over, we might actually find ourselves in a culture win before domination. So here's the main capital here, and of course we got Machu Picchu, great one to have. Bonuses, basically your mountain tiles will bonus your industry districts. I'm not getting any in my capital here, but any other industry districts around the empire here are going to be bonused. I'm going to be building the Broadway. We got the Ruhr Valley, and looks like we also got Alhambra here. Oracle is one I love when I'm pushing heroes. And then up here we got the Kotoku Inn for bonusing Faith District, and then we've got Oxford. So this city right here is a cultural scientific powerhouse. And we went ahead and put Apadana in here, so we're getting the 2 envoys every time we build a wonder. This is mostly built out. I mean, I'm going to be putting in a residential district, Broadway, then we got our airport and spaceport are going to go in here, followed by our entertainment zone right here. Now right here, this one tile is the one that I hadn't really planned on doing anything there, just because it doesn't really have anything good going on that I want to set up here. I thought about possibly doing my campus here, but I couldn't figure out a way to bonus this all out and still put Oxford down, so I settled with Oxford being here. But anyway, we're going to put it's a geothermal setup on here, and if I find something that's really good tile, something I want to put here, that's basically a wild card. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and take the yield off of it. And so also we had we were still farming XP here. When we last left, we were just finishing off. Yep, we were finishing off Georgia here. And we had just started war with Proudmoore. We're going to finish him off real quick. And basically I'm to the point right now where I'm about ready just to say, I don't care. I'm going to declare war on everybody. Everybody's a target. Now we are still allied here with Greece, but once this alliance wears off, I'm going to go ahead and just declare war on them. But basically we're pretty much ready to start getting this ball rolling, and we're going to start kicking some turns over. See, we got oil coming up in 2 turns, and here's our Broadway. We're going to start building that here in Washington once the film studio is done. Our era doesn't end for the next 40 to 60 turns, and we are currently in a golden age. So we're doing just fine.
The effect of the mass media is not
Running with this because we still have to upgrade a lot of troops. So this gold and resources are discounted by 50%. We're still running the red industry card and 30% reduction on our campuses and encampment and harbor buildings that we build. So we're still in building mode. We're getting we got 10 trade routes right now. We're gonna buy an 11th. We're getting 4 gold and a faith per. This empire is still building itself out, so I got the extra build card on, with the wonder reduction card on, and I got a ton of envoys, so I'm collecting gold from the envoys. I'm getting the 2 points per turn for the city states. And I put the +4 combat strength card on with oligarchy, and because I'm like, you know what, this card right here, I have a lot of options. I was thinking about right now. I'm just generating artist points because I wanted to theme a building, but I think I'm gonna leave that on until we get the building themed, and that would be up here. So we're either gonna theme with a painting or we're gonna theme with an artifact, but that's one of the next bonuses we're working on here. This guy was just looking at. So I'm gonna just start clicking over some options here. And we're not gonna use shopping mall. We're not generating. That's not a bad. Look at that card. Anyway, I think we had a. We have like a dust storm or something come through here, and she is still my main one for kicking out workers. I built a spy there, but now we're looking at. Oh, I wanted my aqueduct. I put an aqueduct there for some reason, but that wasn't going to work. So we definitely need to remove that. And that would cause us to rethink industry zone, which would need to be here now. And this right here, we're going to probably just end up going to forest. We're going to plant there to bonus this guy out. Or even a neighborhood. It might be nice enough there to pop a neighborhood eventually. And we do need to get some agriculture there. So, we can't put a dam here. So we can do this, take that off, and put a dam here. That would all still work out. Right, now basically we're just looking at growth on a lot of these cities I took over. They were in that war, so they only now are starting to grow because they were occupied, and occupied cities don't grow. Sure. Well, one more governor. I want to put that governor down in the direction that we are pushing. So right here. Just gotta find it. It's really been that long since we took Zugido. There it is. So back to it. Continuing the XP farm here. With these guys, I like to, my first couple, I like to be very strategic about where I'm grabbing those. I'm trying to grab those off of areas that I do want to develop. First and foremost. And you can see we're not getting any culture on this one here, right? And this city should be getting culture on those because we have Chichen Itza, so we're gonna swap that on and get culture on it. We did need another one of these, and this is gonna actually make this a really nice faith city. We're gonna get 25 additional faith in this city, and it already has a really nice religious center there. Like these guys, we were just pushing north. They were building our northern railroad, and might as well get the pearls. Here's our southern railroad. rice paddy there, but we are gonna do. Well, it's not a farming triangle. This right here would have to be Northern, but you can't farm on tundra unless you're. I think the Canadians can. So there won't be a farming triangle. We can plant a forest now, so that's interesting. I don't really know what I want here, so I'm not going to burn a build on it quite yet. Instead, I think... Is that going to do enough out there? Let's see here. Who's only got the one build left? We can get a second. Well, a third one, actually. Okay, this is what we want to do. I'm going to get this guy down here. We're going to get this guy here. That's what we want to do with the dyes. And we are going to want to get rid of this encampment. We're not going to farm this one. This one just has to go. Put them on defense and bring him around for the attack. Okay, now the spy. All you need is one spy. One in one of these, like, there isn't a spy in here, but if I put a spy in their civilization, I can get attack power bonus. And the name of the game is stacking attack power bonus. Alright, this guy brought the railroad to here, so keep it going, and we're trying to connect the capital. To still repair up there. I'm just gonna keep. I want to get to this village like 5 times on a turn. Is this baby worth taking yet? He's still pillaging. They're still pillaging. I gotta take this, yeah. Finish pillaging this baby out. Yeah, I'll hit skip turn on these. Okay, for next turn, I want to be able to buy. Oh, we don't have the civil. Buy a bombard and make my bombard even better. Wait, let's see what we got. So we need to build a research lab, an aerodrome, and a spaceport. And over here, we need an oil power plant. It's coming next, I believe. We're going to go to here, then to here to get our oil power plant. And we are still in the pillage zone. I'm going to get over here. Well, at this stage of the game, when you get to the point where you can start pillaging every single turn, you want to take advantage of it. It's best to pillage all, like you're on a domination victory, just pillage every single square inch of a civ that you're taking over. That way when the time comes, well, basically you're going to have more gold and more faith that you can do more with. Oh, that's right, we bought a bunch of heroes. Hercules. This is going to be pretty cool. basically now what we're doing is because we have all the pretty much everybody that we want to be a suzerain. We have a suzerain. We have. So now what we're looking to do is we want to hit the 6th tier on all of these, all the ones that we are. And Johannesburg, I need a 6th tier, so we're going to get there. And what I mean by that is Himiko has 8 charges. Himiko's charm. She's going to add another one to Johannesburg. So. Alright, we're just moving right along here. Aluminum 6. So we're going to want to start thinking about getting our aluminum
is the art.
kicked over big time per turn. So we got our oil, and we need an oil plant, so we're going to go for that. And we are at a point here where we're going to start being able to build armies. So let's go to one of our main cities and see, are we able to build armies yet? Let's put I'm gonna buy a military academy with faith. Okay. And then now, are we able to build armies? We are. Alright, so if you're able to build armies, you're able to buy them too. So we're gonna buy a bombard army is what we're gonna do. So what we want to do is we want to build that in a city that has a bonus for it. So it'd be combat experience for all melee, range, and land troops. So we want to build this bombard army in one that has a stable like this. Right? So we'll get the extra bonuses for it. So here we are, 500. Here's our bombard army. And we're going to charge up and we're going to build another one. Okay, now if I built one of these, cotton, 30% reduction of military units. So that's the industry here. And that's not a great one for the capital. Realistically, for your capital, you really do want to have like a corporation that is like a science or a faith or a culture or a food. But cause, you know, unless you're really kicking out troops in your capital. But I don't usually kick troops out of my capital. With a capital, I'm usually just trying to grow it up and up and up and up and up. Okay, when do we get our campus or our spaceport? I don't know, for a while. So I might just go ahead and get our entertainment district here. Take that off. And we'll go ahead and build that. Okay, then from there, I'm gonna really be trying to save my money for buying bonuses for my science and my culture. And I'm going to try to be with the city at least. Try to get all my wonders built. So we're going to start on Broadway there. And we still can pop a Eureka. We don't want to do that yet. Okay, and then we have Andre Ruble, and he can create a great work. We want to look at Apadana. We have the Savior and Glory and Apadana already. So right here. So we don't want to put another one there. gonna try to Thane. So, and you can't have two works from the same artist, so we're gonna put the other one here. Other one, let me see here. We don't really need a whole lot out of this area. Realistically, this thing just needs to grow. Some more builders. Factory. And we're not gonna disperse. We'll raid it. Yes, we can upgrade him when the time comes. We're gonna save our money for now. Yeah, we should get some lumber mills on these. Railroad pushes forward. Just gonna stay right here until this guy gets around the corner. I'm gonna put, see, we have roads down this way, so the movement is not bad already. I'm gonna put the railroad through the areas that have nothing yet, especially like in this section where I know I'm gonna be wanting to build stuff out. If I can get the railroad on top of these on the way into Washington, then there's gonna be great paths to do all that when the time comes. Put a jade factory here. What do we got? 25% gold in this city. So we would pretty much have to do like harbor there, commercial hub, and actually that would be a pretty decent setup there. Once again, still moving for the pillages. We're just gonna keep moving right on down here. They're building something here. It's a faith zone. We don't really want that to get built, so we're just gonna park on top of it because we want those to be on rivers. I don't think there's a river within range of this, so that might just be okay anyway to build there. Now that one was a health one, and this guy didn't need it. I pillaged it anyway because I do get 30 faith with each pillage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clear those all out. So I don't foresee them getting a troop up here and hitting either of these guys anyway. So there's nothing we can do there.
The inherent vice of capitalism.
Just finish this one out with all the villages that we were doing. And this one has no bonus. For whatever reason, when they made this game, this is the only tech or culture that has no bonus. I've already got enough faith again through pillages to go ahead and buy another bombard. So, pillage in there. And I might not have wanted to kick this turnover, but I think I got enough units that are queued up for motion that the turn didn't kick over just like that. So why don't we get down here? Let's get our next army bombard. Now we'll just need one more. Is that pillaged? It is not. We just don't have enough movement points. We're gonna hook this guy up here, put him to sleep, and for a reason to send him somewhere. I think I'm going to upgrade this guy to a line infantry. Connect them. We'll upgrade to a ranger. Alright, 5 charges, 12 turns. Is there anything that we can get a charge off and get some extra money? I don't think there was. I think that's why he is where he is. So we didn't have a camp. There's one, but it's locked in the ice, so we can't get to it. So I think we are about out of luck with Sinbad here, unless a camp pops up or spawns in the next 12 turns. And I might just go ahead and sack this camp that I've been leeching XP off. Oh, look at that, they got some walls up now. So now I got a reason to get some help. Roll this cannon up over here and start taking shots at these walls. They won't last long. I'm trying to think what could I put here that would actually not be, that would be better than what is already there, I guess is the question. Alright, so winter construction, so we're going to build our Broadway real quick, and we get another great general. Grant spoil loyalty. That we don't need this. We're more going to hook this to a unit and take this. So most of the great generals, you don't want to use them until they become not relevant for their era. I'm just sending all these heroes. I think I've got 4 of them heading that way. I also just go ahead and get the field cannon. Is it enough production to build Broadway? Nope. But the next turn it will be. Now I think I want to just... Oh, we do want to build this. I'm getting the close where I might just queue up like 10 builders here, so it doesn't keep taking me back, but let's see what else we got going on here. Still need money, so let's stay on the financial side. We do need this chopped out. Another farm here, maybe a farming triangle there would be good. So I'm gonna just keep on with, I'm gonna do another builder. Alright, I do want another archaeologist, so we'll get that. We got the temple. When it's this bare, just get a builder, even if it's 27 turns. Just get one. Builder changes that whole thing. Okay, my next soldier. I think we're going to do a staging point out here. This is going to be the next soldier, actually try to turn into an army. Okay, and this is a ranged units. Okay, so 25% combat experience for all melee and ranged units. So I'd want to build a corpse right about here. I'm gonna click on that. We're gonna go hit buy field cannon, and we need 395. So we need like one more pillage somewhere in the empire. Hope this place grow just a little bit more. Switch to neighborhood. Got our 6th neighbor there. We're gonna delete that and build it outright. And then back to Broadway. So this city here is one build away from basically achieving my total plan that I wanted for Washington. And I have one more wilds card, and I can, once we get the geothermal vents, we'll put those on. Let's see. These could potentially end up in the city limits, and I can put more housing out here on these two. And this one is going to be part of Armagh. And these two could potentially end up in the city limits for Washington. So we'll, you know, it's still got some growth on it, but as far as districts go, it's got everything I wanted, almost everything I wanted on there, and almost all the wonders I wanted on there. So here we go. Like I said, this part of the game, some people don't like the late game in Civ. They say it's boring to them, and for me, when I'm doing domination, I actually enjoy it. I enjoy pushing my armies forward, and I enjoy the pillaging part and seeing how quickly I can turn these numbers over and produce a win. And it's to me, I still love it. I enjoy it. Like they're really, I mean, everyone's favorite is the ancient era, the start. That's everybody's favorite. That's like up and down the line. You hear people talking about what's the best era? The start of the game, obviously. The world's your oyster, you know. Anyway, I don't need this food. So, and now that these guys can shoot up here on, they got their cannon set up. I'm gonna be a little bit more reluctant to just pillage just to pillage. I'm gonna try to save those for actual times I do need to heal a unit up. Now these guys, they can keep doing it up there, so it's all good. I can actually even start taking shots at this place. And yeah, we'll still come back over here. We'll fortify. Now, this is a faith village, that's fine. And now the next war will be up here, so we're going to send our bombard unit. And then the next war, we're going to send our bombard unit over to here. And I know I'm not going to get anything out of that for 10 turns. I saw that. But 10 turns from now, when he shows up there, even if I've forgotten, I'm like, oh great, here he is. 10 turns. I'd like to get a couple cities on here so that when I'm pushing this way, it's just a little bit more fluent. Now we got our 6th tier on Johannesburg. Do we want that 6th tier? Who do we, I like to get the 6 tiers and all the orange ones first, because I'm all about that production. I believe Cardiff. We got 41, so it'll be 8 turns to get him to go here, and then we'll get that on Cardiff. And just cross the river now. We can stage up there. Once I get there, that's when I'll take that camp out. What I'm looking, I know we do need aluminum, so I'm looking at my empire. When we spawned up the aluminum resource, are there any that or like potentially farmland or in a forest that I would want to go ahead and just take out and take the farmland out or the forest. Put my aluminum up. It doesn't look like it. Looks like if there were any there, they're already under districts right now. So that's fine. Basically now we're just looking at, from London, what's the next best thing to do? And that would be get a lumber mill. We're going to just be putting upgrades on anything and everything as we push up to Washington. Just kind of a smorgasbord of builds up in this area. Casa de Concentration is almost built. And take a Lincoln one. Probably should have looked at that on that artifact. It's a theme of building. You need 3 artifacts from the same era, but they can't. Like if I have a Lincoln one, I can't have 2 Lincoln ones. So, I guess we can look at it. So we got an Abraham Lincoln Renaissance. We got an Abraham Lincoln Medieval. And that's our 2 for right now. Dust Storm coming up. Hang right there. Let's get this guy some food. Next turn. Take a shot. Still not quite in range, but next one we will be. And why don't we just go ahead and get one more bombard here. Now, I know it's expensive. It's 560 to get a bombard here versus here. Here it's 220. But that's the cost of not having to travel the whole ocean. And there aren't any encampment districts here other than up here. So a bombard here is 145. I think we're just going to take the bombard, then we'll follow the road into here. Expensive, but that'll get this into an army, and that'll be just one bombard army is going to be awesome. I'm really close to getting the next. Okay, grants 3 envoys of CT. Well, I'm really close to getting the next artillery piece, and those bombard armies are going to be incredibly powerful. Okay, we're going to build another corporation there, and I am going to hit. So I think we're about ready to just go ahead and take this. We're ready to take here. Gonna move Maksha to our newest city. 7 turns. Now it's 82. Okay, now we can get our next corporation. And we want to actually build. We get an Arthur out. Oh, it's just straight devotion to Arthur. Should we get it? Should we do it? Or the faith? Is there someone better to build a better place to bring Arthur in? Since we're getting them all, right? I
really want that as well. Tell you the truth, I want these more than I want Arthur. Turns for Arthur. This is probably the next one that we're going to want to get. This one we're going to take the Barbarian artifact when we get the chance. Yeah, this can be a Faith City, so that's totally fine. Raid again for 8 turns, but they can still spawn, so we'll get off there. Okay, we need another corporation. Where do we want it? Tobacco. 30% production towards military units, don't really need it. More faith. Build that corporation. Faith corporation. Just looking at what my options are. I think that perhaps the other Faith Corporation might be the play. Some military units one. Yeah, I think the Faith one's the play. Less over here. What do we got? Another Faith. That's what we want. That's our corporation. 25% Golden City. Alright, now. Yeah, we do want Broadway.
There's no business like show business.
So Washington is getting pretty decked out now. I think that's a 20% increase in culture in Washington. Stacking with Pingala. So you really start pushing these numbers up. Alright, so Hercules, his 3 builds are done. And we're sending all heroes over for the invasion of Rome. Alright, now do we want... Okay, nope. Now I'm just looking for anything that I can plop down right here. It's going to be cool. And there it is. We can pop that down right there. I think we're going to do it. We could do a Taj Mahal. No. Nope. So, Cristo Redentor will be right here. And I do need a builder to get out of that city. And we'll even, I think we got one more build here, so we'll get a nice build on that. Another unit for invasion. So we will start to set up units. We're gonna block that pass. Okay, Mexico City. Go ahead and get the 6th tier there. And any other 5s that we want to turn over. Does not look like it. So now I'm looking for the next one. Is I'm looking for reds. This might be the next thing. I'm going to go ahead and start trying to grab these reds and move them up. Now Cardiff is going to be, Himiko's on the way to Cardiff. So we plug it into COD there. It's going to be the end of the walls. Now this invasion is getting immense here. So I think we're going to go ahead and just take this now. Oh, probably should have plundered one more time. It's okay. Keep that. Get a monument. 9 turns. And we can plug Reyna in there to calm things down. Reyna down. Try to get to here and get some pillages off. Jump in there and get a nice bonus going on with those guys. Right, one more. Continue the railroad. It's late. Gaunts. That's a nice lumber mill, huh? That a pretty lumber mill. Look at the yields. Right, now we got gold. What do we want to do with our gold? One more trader. I think that'll work. And not only that, do need one more engineer. Let's call that good. Alright, Sinbad. Coming in right hot. Coming in hot. Let's get up there and see what we get for our bonus. Experience. We're gonna pillage there. And let's kick the turnover. About to get our convert to oil power. Now, does Washington have a coal plant? They do. So we're going to convert that to oil. Actually, we can just leave it as coal and maybe even just buy an oil plant up here. We need a plant up in the north. So that'll probably be better.
All other lands found on the western side of the boundary
Casa
shall belong
de
to the King and Queen of Castile and their successors.
Is that how you pronounce it? Well, either way, this is a great wonder. Besides being a pretty cool building, it's an awesome wonder to have. Got satellites.
If it weren't for electricity, we'd all be watching television by candlelight.
If it weren't for electricity, we'd all be
Excellent
watching
news.
television by candlelight. I like it. Good quote. Okay, do we want to get our artillery, our bombards upgrade to artillery? That's an option. We can get the next level of infantry. And our farms, this will be put our growth on steroids. We still need to build 2 planes, so that's got to come out. We got to get our power plant, our 3rd army, and our oil well. So we're going to hit all these, and then I'm going to use my, once I've hit all of them, I'm going to use my special unit to uncover this one. But at this point, I don't necessarily need anything out of this group. So I'm going to go with growth. I mean, yeah, bombard, we're in a war, but the growth is going to be great. We're going to take the growth. Okay, so builder, you can see my Himiko is still passing through. So builder to here for the harvest. Now I wanted this guy to link the railroad up. trader, we're gonna want food because we're developing so much of the surrounding area of Washington that the food yields are gonna go down. So you need to increase the food coming in through trade. Okay, his next build will be right here, but you can't put a worker on top with this guy, so he's just gonna go to sleep there for now. Down here for more culture for Cincinnati. Alright, do we want to get the warrior monks in on anything? Oh, why don't we get out there? Start pushing forward. I do want to get this army moving. All these guys. We want to get them all moving. So I'm going to make that a real high priority for my money next. Oh, you know, I had this guy chilling on top of the tobacco. I think I already did a tobacco industry. But I just did that one. Yeah, right there. So let's get them down there and turn it into an industry. Alright, this is my builder. Get an arena in one turn or a synagogue. Let's get the synagogue. Factory. Stock. Still repairing the. We had some issues there, but I think it was a flood. I don't know. It's not floodplains in there. Might have been a dust storm. Alright, industry. +3 right there. University. Alright, now. Get our gilded vaults. We'll get another wild card. And I still got one more title. That's the Casa Condracion or Contracion, whatever it was. That one we just built. Alright, now. This is the troublesome part here, or is it this? This guy. Got XP, so we're gonna go battle cry. They got power, so we don't need to do anything here with that. And yeah, we do need money, so we're gonna go with that. Envoy. We're looking for a 5-er. Anything on here that's 5? Does not look like it, so one more Dokkan. Got our extra policy slot. What do we want to do with this? Don't need Great General. Riders. +2 Great Merchant points for every bank. And 4 for... That's a possibility. I love the great engineers, though. I think we're going to go ahead and get the great engineers. Yeah, well, we don't really need this one. I think we can get a better one. I was going to try to theme an artist building, but... Let's get the money. this guy up, down, around. We'll make our last army here. We needed 3 for the bonus, so we're gonna get that. Take another pot shot there. And I think we are just gonna go ahead and just take this over. So I'm planning on, when we take this over, we're gonna get this anyway. So no big deal to hit there, even though he's gonna get weak. Yeah, we're just gonna finish it like that. Go ahead and heal up. We'll go ahead and keep that. Another pillage. Monuments. Battle cry. And our one more point. What do we want to do here? I'm thinking about just getting the tourism, because you might be able to get an easy culture win here without mopping up the last bit of these guys. So we'll see. Alright, then one more of the pillage. And we'll hit, then pillage. Unless we just take this outright. Which we're just gonna go ahead and take it outright. Just go ahead and go with the, let's go Manya for loyalty. Another battle cry. Heal this up. Alright, now we got 700 and 700. Did we want to buy anything? 600 gold I can put an arena into here. Now, I might think about it. Let's look at the happiness here. Status is content. So 600 gold puts an arena in. What's the status? Status is now happy. If you can get it, I think ecstatic is the last one, but if you can do it, do it. You get the extra growth. The extra, I think you get an extra production bonus. And happy cities are productive cities. Okay, so still pushing east. Is Milta one of our friends? Because we might see it there. I was going to say we might just take them out. And Valletta and Nazgaramu, are they friends? Yes. So we need to really start just pushing troops into Rome. So all industry created units are going, they're just going to cross the ocean. They're going to stop right in this area. And when I say I got enough of them, we're just going to go in for Rome. And there is no peace. There is only your cities are mine. So we're going to knock Prodmore out of the game on probably this next turn. I don't think I'm going to pillage these. Well, I can. I might as well. You can always use the money. Oh, that worked out. Got 3 eras scored for what? Classrooms. Your candy. You can hear scholars debate the ideas that will change the world.
It has been demonstrated.
Kind of a random one. Alright. Okay, so what happened here is in the industrial era you lose this card, but it turns into a better one. And I gotta find it. Here it is. Now it's 100% for campus and industry. So that's cool. Now we can get 2 science for every military academy, seaport, or Renaissance wall. That's a pretty damn good one. And you can see our science is kind of lacking behind, so when we plug that in, let's see what our science pops up to. Alright, we could go ahead and put more attack power on, but we're stacked up pretty good with it, and we're not feeling like we need that extra burst to finish off these guys what's left. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take the science. Alright, now probably gonna take fascism here because we're on the warpath. We get the 5 combat strength, 50% production towards units, war awareness, which is big for happiness, reduced by 15%. So we're probably gonna go with that. Now democracy. This is +4 food production if you're trading with other civs, and we're not. So this is if you're doing like an 8 city civ or something, this is a great time to take democracy, but we're not. Communism. This one's not bad. Plus 0.6 production per citizen in a city, so that's a nice boost, right? 10% science. That's decent. That's decent. But I still think what we're looking at here, with the reduction of war wariness, is going to be the play. I do got to build a research lab. All right, so we got our synagogue up. We're going to chop that on the next turn. We're going to move our spy to our next target, which is Rome. Right, we can get they're still happy. Now every single Renaissance wall I put up, I should get more science. You can see it right there. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the sewer one turn. Here, the coal plant. I need to save up money to buy the oil plant. And one turn walls. I'm just gonna take one turn walls for right now, because I can keep using faith to juice my science up. And my science has fallen significantly behind my culture, so I think I'm going to go that route. We can put a +2 right here. And we do want to disband this camp, but we're going to raid it first. Because it's going to take one or two more turns for this guy to get across the river. He's already in position to take a shot on whoever comes out of that camp. And actually, we'll stay on this side of the river with that guy. We're gonna cross the river here. That way, it doesn't matter what side of the river anyone spawns on. We're on that same side, so we're not taking that river damage. You get a debuff for attacking across the river. Is pretty much what it is. So, right, Sinbad. Are we finishing this off? I think we're just gonna finish this off. We'll take the money. And that also means we want to move these guys in, and they're part of our upgrade plan. Here's a railroad. $205, we'll save money. Like I said, we're gonna pillage out the last bit here. Now we can't hit there, but that's what we want. We want to pillage that one there, so we're right around to it. Horses don't take movements. Debuffs. And we got a settler. Where do we want to settle here? declare war on those guys in a minute here. But we might as well just go ahead and pop a city here. If they pop one down, that'll be the first one we hit. Start getting these men-at-arms moved over. They don't need to be there for the loyalty anymore, and we'll upgrade them when they get there. Okay, now this is a marsh. I was thinking about just bulldozing it. We can keep it up for right now. We're not going to upgrade yet. I still want to buy the coal plant. What I do need up here is an encampment district in any one of these cities. This is the closest one. But I need a regular one because that's a stable. So where would we put a regular one? That makes sense. This will probably be it right here. Encampment district, regular one. Sometimes in these little islands out here, like here, you can get a bonus. See that there's still a one of those little villages there that bonus you. I guess you can stay there. Well, at least one more hit. Another corporation. New Dawn Tobacco. Yeah, we'll take the Barbarian. Sleep and still waiting on some money. Make a submarine. Missionary, I think we came out here to convert Bologna, right? That is why. Here we go. Religion is Extasium. And religious victory is the hardest one to get out of the group. Because you almost gotta pair it up with a domination victory. There is I think it's the Constantinople civilization. Constantine that's got he's got it set up to where when you're winning battles or taking cities or something, I gotta go read it again, but he converts the city as he goes, so you're spreading your religion through conquest. That's the best one to try to go get religious victory on.
Many of us take better care of only the mob.
So now we are officially a fascist government. So let's card up, because that changed a lot of stuff. Or did it? Actually, not too bad. So we still got our bonuses down here. We lost our influence card, which I'm going to put back on. And so this is a net reduction in gold. Go with it. Now the hard part is finding, oh, that's a great card. War awareness, because they're at war constantly, so we want to mitigate the happiness debuff. This isn't bad. I can think about that. We're not actually producing units, and we don't need niter. Victories over units from earlier eras gives gold. That's maybe. Yields gained from pillaging coastal raids and plundering trade routes are 50%. So our yields, well, might just do that. We do a lot of pillaging. I don't really need aluminum and oil right now. I've got aluminum. And I'm actually not even stacking oil right now. I've got to get on that. Third alternative is a good one. 2 culture or gold from each research lab, military academy, coal power plant. So this is one that we might actually want to think about swapping in here. I think we're going to put that in place of veterancy. And that's a fascist only card there. Oh, that's maybe I just thought of the title. X Taste the Fascist, the title of this video, huh? Maybe we'll make that the title. One of the only games in the world lets you play as a fascist, right? Anyway. So, what do we want to attack here? I guess we have to sit tight for a minute. Kind of build up. And yeah, I do want to get these monks over here as part of the battle. 4 turns left. Do we have any camps? Or 4 charges left. Any camps spawn up? Does not look like it. They need to be on the coast, or it does not work. Okay, well, we're gonna sail up here anyway. Maybe a camp spawns on our way up. Alright, we'll go ahead and get our artillery piece. Oh, actually, we need a research lab, so we're gonna get the research lab, then the artillery piece. Send this guy down here and see if we can't clear that camp out with him. I love upgrading the monks. They're fun to upgrade. They got their own tech tree. It's rare to get a monk fully upgraded. Every single game I play, I just try to get one fully upgraded for the game's over. Alright, so that's got 4 builds. 2 science, 1 faith, and +1 housing. Sure, why not? For a desert tile. Okay, now we're going to take that off, and we're going to harvest all this. Alright, so now I connected Orleans to Washington via railroad. Now what we want to do is we want to come down here. We're going to connect to here. Basically, we're going to connect the railroad to New York. Then we're going to connect, I think, to Boston. Then we're going to come over here and start a railroad at Cleveland to Gorgie and move it all the way along, basically to help push the next set of troops along that border. So now we're coming down to what do we want? No war awareness from combat in your own territory. Well, we're not really fighting in our own territory. We get +2 food and production from domestic trade routes. That's a pretty cool one, collectivization. +4 altitude maze. That's an okay one, but on a one where you only have like 8 cities. All units +5 combat strength when fighting adjacent to their home territory. Not really needed, so I think we're gonna go here next. Get our 1 turn sewer. Get a hydroelectric dam. A zoo. More production. 2 more production. Okay. What do we want to do here? Probably should just put the follow this setup here. Want an encampment somewhere. Don't want to have to pay for it though. This is kind of a strange one here. I think we get a builder. We gotta figure out where we want our. Probably right there. It's gonna be tough. Just think where we want our coal plant is what I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna do a few speed ones in here where I just look and see what we're kind of generally doing in the area and I build for it. So this guy's got 3 builds left. They need food though. Very surprising I've got no oil uncovered here. Under any district. Okay. Where's all the oil at? Here's one. That ruins my plan there. But we need to get oil kicked on like ASAP. Okay, here's gonna be when we're gonna get oil kicked on. That's 1 oil. Gonna be a lot more than 1 oil. I need an offshore rig as a bonus. Where's the oil offshore? It's gotta be. There's another oil. Okay, so that's another oil. I think we're gonna end up doing that. Alright, and that's... I still need the offshore oil. Where's the offshore? Here. Alright, this is worth spending the money on. For a builder. Ouch, that's expensive. We need it though. Alright, we're gonna just go ahead and D up there. We're still massing troops. Alright, now we get to the point where our industry buildings are now kicking out infantry. And these guys don't require resources, so it doesn't matter that we don't have oil. But we will need the oil for airplanes that we need to build. Some money back here. This is a money pillage here. It's a health pillage. Come down here. Sure, why not? Let's just go ahead and finish him off. Goodbye, Pradmore. I wish I could say you played well, but when I look at your land, I don't think you did. So 5 air score. We end this era in 33 to 53 turns, so I think we're going to stay in our golden era. Everything's looking good. Alright, now another air score is to put one of these up. So we'll do that. Now we need to spy on Eleanor. So got a spy there. Campus district. They are now part of us in Bologna. They're not. They now? They're still not. Alright. Apparently we need another missionary, possibly, to get up there and finish the job. Alright. Here's where we're going to be sending the new troop staging point. Okay, so Dallas. Why I built this guy out here? Oh, I was thinking it was to get some trading posts going into here, but I don't know if that is necessarily what we want to do. Let's just transfer to Washington. Here and start getting. We're gonna take this. Rome is next on our target list. I'm waiting for this treaty to end here. So I'd like to just go ahead and put them on the target list as well. Okay, so we do want to, we're going to settle this first. Let's get everything here. City down. Got our industry. And chopping that out. Oh, I should have gone for the oil. I forgot about the oil. Great Admiral, one free copy of this luxury resource on your tile to my capital. That is actually a lot better one than I thought. So that one is a lot better than you think, because it's like having a resource in your capital, which is doesn't sound like much, but when you figure that you only ever really get two in a city range, and when you add a third one, it's pretty big. All right, so from here, I think we're gonna go ahead and just get another builder, kind of in the build mode still. And I'm gonna do some quick selections as I move through these. I do want that, but we still need more builders to get that city the way we want it. I'm basically looking for the cheapest, best upgrade each city can get at this point. And I did need an encampment up here, so that's good. Need another encampment, which will probably be here. Yep. This is where I would really like to put my coal plant, because I think it would bonus all that. But I might end up just being forced into buying one if I can't get one up quick enough here.
See how it goes as far as the speed on that. Okay, Geneva. We will take Geneva. I'm surprised that wasn't enough production to kick that over. Alright, what was the we were trying to get? Oh, was it Bologna? Okay, there we go. We got Bologna. So we got 2 more missionaries. We're looking for another religious conversion quest. Right here. Valletta is one. Auckland. Buenos Aires. Vilnius. So that is our next religious conversion. So we're going to get up there. We're going to send both missionaries because it took 2 last time, so assume that it's going to do that again for the strength of our religious conversion. So we need more food. That's a good one. Always battle cry with the first one. Best. Yeah, I'd like to get over here and get this taken. We'll take that. I got 1 more build. I'm gonna probably put a camp here, and then I'm gonna repair all this with that guy. When they get down to their last build, you might as well just keep them around for repair. Alright, where'd my bombard go? There he is. Here we go, Seaside Resort, plus 5 gold, but it's the era score we want. And this one free one of these in my capital. So now what do we want in my capital? Well, then what do we have in my capital is actually the main question. We have cot, we got marble, and we have incense. So we don't want those. Anything else will do. It has to be a sea resource. So we're looking for whales or pearls. I'm surprised I'm not spotting one already. Where are the whales? Where are the pearls? Get in here and get an amber. Interesting, there's no whales or pearls on. That's fish. So we're gonna take the amber. Amber it is. Alright. Requires plastics. Chemistry. Here it is. Build an oil well. So we're still a little bit of ways. Alright, well, just sleep with you. We need an oil well. Right here. 7 turns. It's a little excessive. Just gonna do this. Not enough money. Alright, well, 7 turns is too long. I'm gonna have to end up probably just... Yeah, we did that well. This guy's gotta turn around. Got fixed. Get our Jade Corporation. Now the exciting part. We've finally gotten here. Alrighty, well. Can he land? I think he can. Now let's just go ahead and... It is over. We're going to be at war with everyone now. End has come for you all. Good spot. I actually think it is. We'll plant there, take this, plant there, and then we'll come through the mountain pass with our armies into Rome as the heroes crunch this way, and Rome will be done. This deal to end. Because I want to push these guys up into here. Full on military invasion.
The class struggle necessarily leads to...
Got a great work. Got our diets. Got communism we're not going to use. Get over here and get our oil done. Send these guys, you know, can get to here in 11 turns, or here in 10 turns. So let's go here in 10 turns. The research lab. And we can get one in 1 turn. We're gonna build our railroad. We're not gonna get around the volcano because the railroad's just gonna get destroyed. Got that taken care of, and now the next major work on the capital here. Good timing for it all too. No, we can't do it yet. But we're gonna get Cristo Redentor right there. We gotta wait for him to move and we'll pop that. Great engineer grants the Eureka for computers and lets the city build 1 more district than the population allows. Okay, so we got a factory there. It's got power.
having a problem with amenities. So we can start thinking about that a little bit. You need a power plant in this area. I had a plan to put a dam around here, but we do have one. That'll take care of the power. Need another archaeologist. Just got our builder up. Now what do we want? Another amenity. Now it is +2 science for getting that up. Take one build walls. They even generate tourism at the end, so. Alright, we're doing what we are to the point where we gotta just start building, getting builders in that area. I usually like to repair production stuff first. But we'll just take the lowest build item. Have the Eureka for computers. We already do. But we can build one more. With this, you can build one more district than population allows. And this, we only have one more district left to build for Washington, so it's not really worth putting them in here. You're more looking at popping them in, like right here. And I can do it twice, so you're probably looking at this city and this city benefiting from that. Okay, he got his industry in there. Let's get a lumber mill. And now it is probably move forward and put a farm here. The mountain's gonna burn down anyway, but then we'll come into here and get another iron mine up. By Petra City, they haven't got Petra going on yet, but eventually. So this is probably the next closest tile worth upgrading. Alright, now disperse. We do want to push these guys. Man, we're going to push him over. Come up here. We'll see if we can get some upgrades for sending him over. I'm going to keep one cavalry unit down here in case a group pops up. I'll keep one of these guys down here. This one, we're going to try to get him into the battle. City. Alright, we got a lifespan of 27. Ravina is ours. Continue the Transcontinental Railroad here. Probably looking at just going to a lumber mill now. And we're going to keep that. It's going to turn over in 4 though. So let's just take care of this now. I'm going to put Amani here. and then that takes us to 9. So I gotta take one of these 2 and 9, and then I'll piggyback Victor there. Wise, we're doing alright. So we just want the whole army pushing here. Okay, so it's not too bad. Alright, we got a lot of faith here. Is there anything we really need to do with it right now? Not really. We're gonna hang on to it so we have it if we need to make a purchase. So, but right now, we're stacking faith. 388 per turn too, which is pretty dang good. All right, then army moves forward. Kind of gets tedious sometimes moving a large group like that in this era because no roads. It's going up here. We're just going to put this guy to sleep. Another village, Cardiff. We've arrived. We can put 3 into Cardiff. So that's 1. Okay, next turn we're going to move this builder off. We're going to take this guy on. We're going to build out, possibly completely build out Christa
Chemistry is the dirty part.
Mountains that brush.
Okay, and I probably should have done this to begin with here. So we're going to go to Great Works. And I want to move these guys to Washington. I need them in Washington Stock Exchange. It's Broadway, Washington Film Studio. Stock Exchange, Liverpool. Have a stock exchange in Washington? Sure enough, I don't. Okay, that's high on the list now. Still need an oil well. Still need 2 planes. Oil well. There we go. Okay, we already did one there, so now I want to come over to New York. Another great merchant. We can get another corporation. And I'm going to let these guys separate now. But we're going to build a railroad this way and down. And what do we want here? I guess money's working. We're taking the lowest building at this point that we can. Whatever we can make the quickest is kind of what we're going to grab. That's a nice setup there. I can go there, there. Oh, if we do harbor. Yeah, this is better.
67 defense, 71, 71. 6 turns. So let's move over here. And could we buy anything? What can we buy? Just buy an AT courier, huh? 800. Let's push. And this might be, there might be a quest up there to get an AT courier. And if not, it's still a modern unit, so he's gonna camp there. I'll do another industry. Right here. Next industry. Alright, now we'll clear him off. Can we build a geothermal yet? Let's see it on there. Does not look like it. But we can do something here that could potentially benefit Washington. These could do good as well, so let's just go ahead and get our farming triangle going on down there. And actually here as well. +1 housing. So we'll get that. Oh, missed it. Lumberjack. Mill. I'm still building the railroad all the way down. We've almost got our railroad all the way north to south. Finish out our farming triangle here. Kind of short-lived, as we are going to put a commercial district in that area. At this point, we're just on a speed run here. We're going to try to put as many troops through this pass as we can. This guy's been chasing this guy for a while. That would be eventually. I thought he'd get there already, but been on the move. Two. Do want to get this side kind of built up a little bit more as well. These guys here anymore. We can push them along and upgrade them and send them into battle. So we're pushing forward on all sides. Now here is what happened to Sinbad. Of course we get a camp. It's got 4. Can he get there? He cannot. Oh well. Double men at arms. We're outclassed down there, but whatever. Maybe a little bonus will help. Send the monk over. Yeah, we are just gonna send the line infantry over too. Go ahead and we can't do that yet. We need this, and then we can grab a corpse and we'll make an army out of that. I wonder how fast the twins and Beowulf could actually drop Kume. Yeah, Hercules coming too. Dust storm out in the sea.
Why is a woman to be...
Alright. Gonna stay with the government we have. Push forward so we can get troops through the gap. Here, what do we need? I'm still repairing. And alright, so we can get the theme building, which we did get. I'm gonna probably pass this one up. Let's just go ahead and do that. Research nuclear fission technology. Where's nuclear fission? Right there. Instantly creates a cavalry with one promotion. It's kind of worthless, but we'll take it. Alright, now we got our New York. We do gotta get this gun. We should have had this ready to rock a long time ago. All units heal 20 points when they eliminate a unit. Others gain the ability to use their charges to bonus a production. 4 slots for Grey Warrior. I guess we'll take a War Department. Popping amenities. Okay, now where do we want? What do we need to get moved out of here? That's all I'm looking for as far as my archaeology goes. We do need to get this moved out, so we can build that. Synagogue for 2. Keep a library. We need the research facility. Is that the cheapest one? I think so. One more turn for that. Archaeological. We're on repairs. Now here's the one we gotta worry about a little bit. Now when she comes in 3 turns, this is gonna get a slight boost. So we do need to move quick. And can I get? Okay, can I get there? Beowulf
going to be able to just... I think we're taking that in the next turn. Maybe. So we're going to hit gain sources. We're going to get our bonus there. Railroad is still going. We're going to stay there. Do got a couple builds. I got nothing really planned back here. And this thing is going to be at 3 before we know it, and it won't even be a good city until we can push out to the water. Plant a forest and get a lumber mill there. Realistically, this needs a harbor right here. Do need more oil. We've only got the one build though. Do I do it? $1,000 gold for a builder. Ouch. It's expensive. Finally getting our oil going. We do got to build 2 planes still. It's falling behind on that. Okay, here, Cardev. Yes, one more for Himiko. Our ranger get a kill? Can. Our rangers can move after bombard. Alrighty, now. Well, we got up into there. I think we're going to follow the railroad up and around here then. And here's my 3rd army, I think. Get a general over here. So this ring, like I said, could potentially benefit Washington, but why don't we get this going first? Do that, chop out. So let me buy that and chop it out. Plant a forest. Put that railroad into 2. Get back up, heal up a little bit. Can build an ironclad out of him if I want, but I don't have to. Alright, and I think this right here is gonna be right about where I'm gonna call it. This one. I like to play these in 2-hour blocks. We got rid of Pradmore. We started our war with Rome. Finish out this turn. We'll put him to sleep there. Alright. Want to take Kume? Beowulf doing? He's doing alright. He's a stud. Yeah, I think this might be right here, a good spot to go ahead and call it. So we're gonna wait till the turn ticks over. I'll take one last more look at the capital. And then when we get back on the next episode, we are in an all-out war with Rome. And they've built their land out a little bit better than Pradmore. Pradmore didn't build out his land very good.
There are 3 things extremely hard.
Okay, we got steel.
troops are on the roll. They're moving. Keep from picking anything else out here, but we're gonna get Cristo Redentor on the next build here. Washington's looking real good. I mean, you can't really ask for a much better setup than what we got going on here, and we're pretty much going to be planting our spaceport. And if I can launch a shuttle before I take this all over, then we're going to do that. So we might, when we get back, just go ahead and push Washington into space. And but anyway, this is X-Day, so thanks for watching. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and I'm putting out one Civ video a week, and I'm going to try to get them out on Sundays. But anyway, until next time, I will catch you later.